Bok choy is such a flavorful and nutritious veggie, and it is the perfect beginner green because when it's fresh, it's super crunchy and refreshing, and when it's cooked, it's really tender and almost creamy. Now, in my last video, I did the Bok choy 101 where I covered everything you need to know. So if you're not familiar with this veggie, make sure to check that out. But today I'm going to be sharing with you 3 simple, clean and delicious bok choy recipes. And if you are feeling as excited about bok choy as I apparently am, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up. I'm going to be making a ginger bok choy stir fry, a crunchy and refreshing baby bok choy salad, and then finally a cleansing bok choy soup, which comes together in just 15 minutes. And for all 3 of these recipes, you really could use either the baby bok choy or the full-grown bok choy. They are interchangeable, so just know you've got options. I've got a nice big non-stick saute pan heating up over a medium-high heat, and to that I am adding just a tablespoon of coconut oil. Once that oil melts into the pan, I'm adding in sliced garlic and some ground ginger. Now I'm just gonna let those dance around the pan for a couple seconds. Really, as soon as they are fragrant, I'm on to the next step. So in goes my bok choy stems, a little bit of soy sauce, and a splash of water. Now what you're going to see is that the water is going to evaporate off, but all of that soy sauce is going to create a nice light coating around our bok choy, and that's exactly what we want. Once those stems have softened up and are becoming nice and tender, I'm going to toss in the leafy tops for my bok choy because they cook up a bit faster, along with a little salt and pepper. Once those leaves wilt down, this stir fry is ready to go. Transfer that onto my favorite plate, and then I love to top this with a few toasted sesame seeds over the top. Now you're gonna see is once the bok choy has cooked up, those stems become really tender, they're almost creamy, and the leaves keep a nice vibrant freshness to the dish. This would be a beautiful side dish to some fish or some chicken, or you can make yourself a vegetarian meal by serving it over some quinoa or some brown rice. Next up, I have my crunchy baby bok choy salad, and I'm going to start by making the salad dressing. I have 1 tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil, then I have a tablespoon of toasted sesame oil, which adds a real nutty, earthy flavor to the dressing that pairs so well with the bok choy. 1 tablespoon of honey, and then I have a tablespoon each of low sodium soy sauce and red wine vinegar. I'll whisk that all together and then work on the base of my salad. Now in a nice big bowl here, I have 3 baby bok choys that I trimmed up, rinsed under some cold water, and then thinly sliced. So on top of that goes some finely sliced scallions. And guys, just an FYI, whenever you're working with scallions, the entire thing is edible. I'm always seeing people throw the tops of their scallions away, and you really don't need to do that. As long as it is fresh and crunchy, the green tops are as delicious as the white bottom, so use as much as you can. And then to add even more crunch to the salad, I have a 1/4 cup of thinly sliced almonds and a 1/4 cup of sunflower seeds. I'm gonna drizzle the dressing right over the top and then toss this all together. Serve it up in your favorite serving dish, and then totally optional, if you want one more layer of flavor and crunch, a few more sesame seeds over the top. Now this salad is delicious and bright and refreshing all on its own, but if you wanted to bulk it up a bit and really make it a main meal, try adding in some shredded chicken. Delish. And for my 3rd and final recipe, I have my cleansing detox bok choy soup. And what I love about this recipe so much is that it takes about 15 minutes and it's soup. So it's like the fastest soup you're ever gonna make, and the flavor is insane. So I'm starting off with 3 bunches of baby bok choy, and that's about a pound. I've separated the stems from the leaves and give it all a fine chop. Of course, we've washed it as well. So I am heating a medium pot over a medium heat, and I'm gonna start with just a tablespoon of olive oil. Once that olive oil has heated through, I'm adding in 4 cloves of thinly sliced garlic and a 1/2 teaspoon of dried turmeric. You could also use fresh turmeric here, in which case you'd wanna use about 2 teaspoons. Once that is fragrant and dancing around the pan, it's only gonna take about 30 seconds, I'm ready to toss in my bok choy stems. Season that with a little bit of salt and pepper, and then just give this a good stir. Now what you're gonna notice almost immediately is that turmeric is going to create a golden hue all over the bok choy. So it's absolutely beautiful, and you're gonna see that it's also delicious. Once my stems have begun to soften and become nice and tender, I'm gonna toss in the leaves of the bok choy, give that a stir, let them wilt down a bit, and then I'm pouring in 2.5 cups of cold filtered water. You really just want enough water to come about an inch above your veggies. Crank the heat up to high, let everything come to a boil, and once you've got your boil, the soup is essentially done. So I shut the heat off and top it with a big squish of fresh lemon juice, and OM to the G, this soup tastes like heaven. This would be a great soup to make if you were feeling a little bit under the weather, or if you were just having one of those days where your body felt like it needed a little bit of a reset. You guys know the ones I'm talking about. So now I want to hear from you. Which of these 3 recipes do you think you will try first? Please come down and share in the comments below. And if you haven't, please like, subscribe, and share this video with anyone else you know who's looking for some tasty, healthy inspiration. I'm DaniSpees. I will see you back here next time with some more clean and deliciousness. Cheers. I am super excited to be sharing some recipes with you today. I don't know. And it really transforms the flavor of the dish.